Today's horoscope from Astrocademy, Aquarius June 22, 2022. Today's energies favor quiet activities and projects that focus on building and developing. There can be quite a fair amount of weighing pros and cons, negotiations, and discussions. However, as much as you might enjoy the mental exercise, be aware that it's hard to know what's in your heart today, possibly leading to misunderstandings. Generally, with Venus in your solar 10th house these days, you come across well, particularly with bosses, elders, and the like. Today, Venus encounters a minor challenge, pointing to some indecision or hesitation. While you may wrestle with mixed feelings, it's likely more satisfying to work towards a tangible goal than to give in to whims and cravings. This is a day for pursuing pleasure and making sure that you get a break from whatever work you have been caught up in to be with people and socialize. It is important to get out, especially with those who are important to you, if possible. You may have left them out of things recently. So today, be with them wholeheartedly and share yourself. Give the best of yourself, and you will get the best in return. Consider a different lens. As a quirky air sign, you tend to be quite handy with seeing something from a different perspective. However, with the moon in mutable Pisces and square to your sign, you could struggle with self-criticism. Luna can be highly critical, especially if certain conversations, correspondences, and other communicative work is falling short of your expectations. But the lunar energy can also remind you to be steady and flexible and mold to your professional situation as needed so that you can remain on task. Go about work like a Pisces today. While the pace and urgency are dialing back on the financial front, and it is not only next month that you will see the first planetary activity for the year on the income side of the financial fence, there is every reason for confidence. This is something that the moon is helping to amplify today, with your intuition, instincts, and imagination geared towards the positive. Whether a pleasant family get-together is on the cards or a celebration with friends today is perfect for socializing. Just as you enjoy the company of others, they like being with you too. Friends and family know exactly how much you mean to them and value your company. Be yourself today, because they accept you just as you are, loving you and trusting in you. Money and gadgets and just general purpose stuff are heavy on your mind right now, and you might just have a golden opportunity to turn your time into more gold. Looking for the right person for a long time, you may not have found the ideal partner yet, but the likelihood of meeting them is promising and too good for you to miss. Give yourself a push and summon all your seductive sex appeal. Be prepared for the next opportunity you get to win over that special someone. Feeling a little blocked lately, emotionally or physically? This might have something to do with a tense period you're going through, where things tend to get a little bottlenecked. Keep all channels open with plenty of water and fresh vegetables and at least a few virtual yoga classes or whatever exercise releases your tension the best. Try to do this whenever you are subjected to a lot of stress, rather than putting it off until afterwards. You will be much happier. You'll find working within a structure far easier on this day. It can be quite easy for your personality to resist anything routine or scheduled, as it contradicts your love of freewheeling. Yet, at times it can work to your benefit to go about things in a more methodical way if you need to be especially productive. Try to set the structure for yourself, and then work within it. This should prove more comfortable for you by far. Just in time for the weekend and to capture Mars' final hours in an adventurous part of your chart, the moon returns to a fun, playful, romantic and creatively charged part. In ordinary times, as Mars leaves and joins an already formidable lineup of planets in your career sector, these playful, creative and romantically charged lunar vibes would be outnumbered. However, returning as a full moon, the gloves have come off when it comes to a life that is all work and no play. In a case of perfect timing, the moon returns to your romantic sector during Mars' final hours in an adventurous part of your chart. This is too late for them to connect directly, but as the moon returns to begin the build-up to a romantically charged full moon, this is a reminder of a mix of romance, passion and adventure that Venus and Mars spent much of the last 6 weeks fueling. Our eyes in the sky. The moon is being extremely quiet and chill in Pisces today. This means that it's a great day to communicate your needs to others and reflect on the energy you're putting out into the world. If you'd like to take a step back and focus on yourself, do it. This is one time when you should be putting your needs first. Since the moon is in Pisces, you might feel you're supposed to give yourself freely to others, but now you don't have to do that. Think about whether you want to drain your batteries by giving away your energy or you want to recharge. Don't overdo it, especially since the moon is pretty much inactive. The less you go out and the more you keep to yourself, the better you'll feel. Don't let people push you into giving them extra attention. This is something you'll have to keep in mind throughout the day because you'll want to help even though your body needs to rest. Today, put yourself first no matter what. In the morning, the Pisces moon forms an emotionally taxing quincunx to Chiron in Aries. Today, we seek emotional stability through organization, refinement, and purification. Our to-do list awaits, and we are eager to begin checking off items. However, when we start to make headway, subconscious anxieties prompt us to question the merits of our behavior. Are we really making a difference? Does anything we do really matter? We could be running up against emotional programming from youth when our unique approach to structure was vilified. Subsequently, we adopted more legitimate methods for getting things done, which were probably modeled for us by parents or authority figures. Now, we find ourselves in a position where we could be accomplishing a great deal, but success fails to trigger an endorphin response. In some form or fashion, we aren't being authentic to ourselves, and therefore, failing to meet our own needs. We may have to think more critically about how going through the motions isn't serving us. If we feel a disconnect in our process, what can we do to change our behavior and course correct this issue? Following this, the moon trines Uranus in Taurus, encouraging us to do things differently. Unorthodox behavior is celebrated, and we might receive insights that help us to keep an open mind despite the turbulence. We now perceive less risk in breaking the mold. Although the Pisces moon urges us to keep things in order, we understand how going with the flow makes life less difficult in the long run. When we are open to change, we easily adjust to life's unpredictable moments.